Hey everybody, welcome back to Level Up Loading, Fight Feeling Space Facts with yours truly, Shay. Okay, so you guys know the other day I posted about my celibacy. My anniversary was actually the day before Christmas. Don't ask me why I know that, mind your business. But yes, my celibacy journey. I am officially 2 days into my new year of it, over a year. And I was getting so much feedback. Also, I did a interview in the summertime, so probably like July-ish. I will leave the link of the full interview in the description. I did an interview with Sean Heineman, and for It's Scary to Remarry. In probably, I want to say July, don't quote me, but as I said, I will include the actual link to the YouTube video in the description box. And I was talking about celibacy, and at that point I was only about 7 months into my celibacy journey, and I've been getting a lot of feedback, good, bad, indifferent, naysayers, support. I've been getting all of those things. And I expect that. I get it. One thing that I'm very, very adamant about in my level up journey is staying true to myself and what the Holy Spirit, God, my intuition, my experiences, my everything, what has been shown and proven to me, I'm going to stay true to them. Staying true to them means a lot to me, so I'm going to stay true to them. I do respect other people's feedback, of course. I think that is a place for that. If you're not able to accept other people having something to say about you, I think that is an issue. Sorry, not sorry. But I have been getting feedback that no man will ever date me because they know that I'm celibate. I'm not putting out. No man is going to ever want to pursue me or court me properly because I am not. The main goal is coitus. And for y'all that don't know what coitus is what do you call it? I don't even know what you call it no more. I've been out the game too long. Intercourse. Lord have mercy. Okay, so coitus is intercourse. So in my mind, I'm like, so you think that that's an insult to me? So you mean to tell me that I'm eliminating men who only see me as a acquisition or something for them to conquer, that have no desire to really get to know me, or if they do want to get to know me, it still has an ulterior motive of their interest and their desire and their lust. Them not wanting to court me and manipulate me and pretend to be this awesome guy for me. Them not wanting to date me, is that supposed to be a punishment? I'm confused. Is that supposed to be a punishment? Because it's not. It's really not the flex you thought it was, baby. I don't want them. That's the point. That is the point, beloved. I've had them. I've tried it my way. I'm trying it a different way now. And that's, like I said, I am convicted in the way that I'm convicted. You do you. I can't tell you how to be. It's not my job to judge nobody. I'm convicted in the way that I'm convicted. And the God that I have and the God who I believe in, I feel like the man that he has for me after convicting me of this, because, there was many times in my life that I did not feel convicted like this. That I did not have this voice telling me, this is wrong. Or I didn't listen, or I wasn't ready to listen, either one. But neither here nor there. The God that I have, I feel like he's convicted me for a reason. His timing is so perfect. He's convicting me in this season because he's also convicting my partner in this season. He's convicting the man he has set apart for me and who he's starting to get ready as he's preparing myself as well to get ready. I'm 35 years old and I still have so much to learn and grow. And even once I do meet my counterpart, I'm still going to have so much to learn and grow from. But what I do know is that I understand the assignment. I hope he understands the assignment as he's preparing himself for alignment with me. And so one of my Facebook friends, he brought up, like, well, what about if somebody's really genuinely into you and really wants to get to know you, but, that's going to be frustrating for them if they're not used to abstaining.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
And my simple reply was, just because you're genuinely interested in me or genuinely wants to get to know me doesn't mean that you're for me. Doesn't mean that God had you created for me and me created for you. Doesn't mean we're in alignment. Just because you're interested in me, I don't want to say it like that, but interest, that's like an easy thing to get. Especially if you have a personality, especially if you have intellect, especially if you have even a remote sense of self, you can get interest. And then I'm also a woman on top of that. Like, come on, Mac. Like, come on now. So he's like, what about those situations when somebody really wants to get to know you, but, they don't think they're getting anywhere because of that? If you think you're getting to know me and you want to get to know me and you think you're not getting anywhere because you're not getting in my draws, that to me tells me a lot about you and what you think your assignment is in my life, which is apparently to take me off my path, to take me further away from the will of God. And as much as you might genuinely be interested in me, I'm genuinely not here for that. Genuinely not interested in someone taking me off my path. And so I'm just, telling him, like, that's fine. I'm okay with someone being genuinely interested in me. But if intercourse is the only way for them to know that I'm interested back, and that's the only way for them to be able to receive the amazing and dopeness that being in my presence brings, then that just means that we were not meant for each other. I feel very strongly, and I've been very much, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say convicted, but I feel very strongly that the man that God has for me is literally going to be in alignment. He is being convicted right now himself to deny his flesh, to stop what he's doing, to cleanse himself, to prepare himself for meeting me. God is preparing me to meet him. So for someone to say that I would meet a man, God is preparing me to meet this amazing man. He's not going to be perfect. I know that. I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. The only perfect man that was on this earth was Jesus. I get it. But if God is sitting here preparing me for this man, why would I think that he would send me someone who would take me off that course? Someone who he hasn't started to already put into place in a way that would make sense with the life and the goals that I have. That don't sound like God to me. That sounds like confusion. And my God is not the author of confusion. So, I don't know about y'all, God, but my God is not the author of confusion. And so for me, it's like, that's an easy answer. Like, I've met plenty of amazing guys who were catches on paper, amazing, dope, good men. I've lost some good men. I guess you could say lost. It wasn't for me, but still, I've separated and parted ways from some good men. That doesn't mean they were for me. It doesn't mean that they were my purpose partner. It doesn't mean that they were there to actually take me to my next level, to help me to get closer to God, to help me to be a purpose-driven woman who has the ambitions to not only prosper in this life, but to help others. I know some amazing men who are selfish. I know some amazing men who are on paper amazing. They're dope. They have it all together. But they're self-centered. They're pompous. They're elitist. They are condescending. They don't take any type of introspection seriously. Those are not men that I don't feel like God has a man like that for me. And that's might just be a feeling, face, you got to fight feelings, face facts. That just could be a feeling, but I feel very strongly about it. And I'm definitely facing the fact that I'm okay with waiting. I've done it the other way. I've tried to rush the process. I've gone off of my own, standards and my own checklist that had nothing to do, honestly, with God and his purpose for me and who he's showing me, who he wants me to be in this world. Had nothing to do with them, and I tried to rush the process. I let other people rush my process for whatever their reasons were. So now I'm saying I'm taking that pressure off myself, and I'm not rushing. I'm relaxing. I'm just letting it be. And everyone's like, well, what are you going to do? You're 35. No man's going to take you serious if you're not busting it wide and spreading it low. Okay, well, so be it. So be it. I've tried it the other ways. I'm trying something different. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I've tried it multiple ways, multiple types, and I don't want to make it seem like that, but I've tried it. I've dated different aesthetics, different type. I've dated the hood guy. I've dated the corporate guy. I've dated the blue collar guy. I've dated the entrepreneur guy. I literally have dated. And me and my choices and my options that I have with what I was working with then and what I was attracting and what I was entertaining, boo-boo, dookie, 1 star. 1 star, would not recommend, okay? So, going forward, I'm going to do it God's way, and that's a choice that I'm willing to stand on. I don't need my body to be utilized as anything other than a vessel for the Holy Spirit. Now, when I get married, that's another story. That's another story. But until then, no, I don't know nothing about nothing, okay? Just saying. So I hope that if this reaches anybody else who's struggling on their celibacy journey, stand firm in that. Don't let nobody talk you out of what you're doing. What God has shown you is what you need. Because I see plenty of people who have met people who were actually aligned with them creatively, aligned with them spiritually, aligned with them financially. Stop doubting God. Have some faith. Stop letting worldly people tell you about spiritual things. Stop letting people who don't even believe in themselves talk you out of your purpose and your passion and your path. That was a lot of P's, but I really meant that. But seriously though, as we move on this road towards finding ourselves, we're moving towards someone who's probably on that road too. And they're not perfect yet, and you're not going to ever be perfect. They're not ready yet, but they're preparing themselves to meet you. Pray for discernment. Pray that you're properly prepared to really, really be able to receive them and know them. And remember, you know them by their fruit. Stop listening to what people say. People will sell you a dream. The game is sold and not told. People will sell you a dream. They will say everything, to tell you what you want to hear. Look at what your relationship is producing. And that is for all relationships. If it's producing confusion, anxiety, fear, insecurity, is that the fruit that you want in your life? I hope not, because this is definitely not what I want in my life. And as I look back on my past relationships, no shade to them, they may be watching. You know, I do have supportive exes, but as I look back on my relationships, they were not producing anything that would have been benefit to God and His kingdom and His purpose for me. Literally nothing. I can look back on my relationships and think of nothing but lust, spirit of insecurity, spirit of jealousy, gluttonous, anger, bitterness. Don't get me wrong, I had some amazing times, but the fruit was not fruitful. The fruit was not producing in the way that it needed to, in order to be a successful tree, in order to be a sustainable, a sustainable form of feeding me. And like I said, that's no shade to my exes. I love my exes. They have helped to mold me into who I am today. But this time, I am going to listen and wait and be patient instead of rushing it and damaging myself and hurting myself and having to keep ripping off the same bandages because I'm freaking, harmed. Just make sure that on this level of journey that you are fighting the feeling of letting people pressure you against what you have been told and convicted to do. And face the fact that people that are in this world might not be able to understand you if you're really set apart. You're in this world, not of this world. So for us to expect people who are completely and utterly enthralled in this world and how it operates, and have just succumbed to it and just accepted it and don't even try to, do anything beyond that, it would be crazy for you to expect them to understand where you're coming from. So don't look for validation from them. Don't look for any type of support from them. Just understand that you guys are different and move forward. I hope this was helpful, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I don't have to keep talking about my celibacy, but I just had to pop in with this because this really hit my spirit. Hope you guys enjoy your rest of your night. Talk to you later. Bye.